All right, let's talk some Cavs and some Buckeyes with the mayor making his first stop of the new year. First of all, congratulations on the win.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Let me back in the family once again.
No budget talks right there. We're talking all hoops, right?
All right, let's do it.
Let's start with some Cavaliers. How about the finish? Kyrie Irving, is this guy the real deal or not?
First of all, that kid is a player. Mike, he's a player. And I've been watching it all season long, and to understand what he brings to the table on a nightly basis out of a guy that's 19, it's unbelievable. We are the luckiest people in the world because, remember, everybody wanted to go the other way and draft a kid out of Arizona. We got the one.
Is it Byron's job now to make sure that this young guy doesn't play too many minutes, he doesn't get overused, or is it at that point now where you got to almost start to manage this kid?
Well, I think he is doing a good job managing him. You want to keep him around the 30-minute mark, 35-minute mark, because you don't want to shock his confidence. You want him to grow and blossom. We're not going to get everything in a 10-year career period in a 2-month time frame. So let's not work it. Let's just make sure we keep him confident and keep him running his team.
In your opinion, Brad, is this team overachieving, or are they right where you thought they'd be this early?
Well, you know, to be honest, I didn't know what to expect coming into this year. Last year was a pretty rugged year. But I will tell you this. The progress that they're making is outstanding. I think from the standpoint that we've got something special building here, I can see it forming.
Kyrie Irving, you didn't know what to expect. The kid had only played 11 games because injuries had hampered him at Duke. He comes in and he steps up. You played in the NBA a long time. You know how big that gap is. Amazed at how quick he's kind of taken to the game, even with a great coach like Byron Scott there who played the position to kind of help him along.
Well, I will tell you this. You know, you saw him in an abbreviated college career, obviously at Duke. Saw him a lot in high school playing, but, you know, it's a difference. You know, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. I knew he had talent. The thing that I'm shocked at is his size. 6'3", 190, and you can't see it in the uniform because the uniforms now are so baggy. This is a big kid. This is a big kid. And that's why he can get down the lane and finish the way he does.
Early MVP of the Cavs, Anderson Varejao?
Oh, I think Andy's playing outstanding. And the chemistry being developed right now between Kyrie and Andy, he's the guy that, like the NFL quarterback, he's the check down guy when things get tough. You know, Kyrie's able to find Andy, and he puts in quality points for us and fills a big role for us playing at the center position, although he's a power forward.
All right, let's switch over to your alma mater and talk a little Buckeyes. Buckeyes put a whooping on those guys from the north today. First place in the Big Ten, getting ready for Wisconsin next week. Another school that you're very familiar with. And people have talked about the rotation that Thad Matta has put together. Do you think he's finally settled? Does he need to go deeper as he goes later, as we get closer to March?
Well, let me tell you this. Thad's put together a great team. It's deep. You know, sometimes you get spoiled because you can go so deep, and you know, as you get down near the end of the season, you got to define a rotation. Glorious day if you're a Buckeye fan, obviously, for us to come back and really show the true caliber of our and quality of our team. Obviously, Michigan goes back and has to lick its wounds again, so everybody in Columbus is happy, and I think the state of Ohio, who's not an Ohio State hater, is happy as well. And so I will tell you what. Our goal now is to not come out of that tournament like we did last year against Kentucky.
I think people are, you know, Buckeyes fans seem to be worried that 6 just isn't deep enough. But as you look around some of the other teams, especially some of the top teams, that's pretty normal. You get 6, you get a couple other guys playing a couple minutes. So people shouldn't really be worried about how he's kind of using the bench now?
Well, here it is. You know, you want to make sure that you've got at least 8 strong playing. Even though we're playing 6 solid, you got to, just in case somebody goes down, you got to make sure that those are developed. But listen, Ohio State and Thad Matta have a good chemistry on getting players there. Guys that may not be playing, that you may not have any familiarity with, can play this game. And if they get an opportunity to play, they're going to be ready to play. As
good as they are right now, Brad, what do they have to watch out for as they go down the stretch of this Big Ten season and you start to get everybody a second time around now?
Well, here's what you have to get worried about. One, complacency. The other thing is, you know, 18, 19, 20-year-old, you know, we all get the newspaper. We all get to read the newspaper, and then there's a big clip in with my picture in it, and everybody telling me how great thou art, and that's what happens here. And so you got to keep that corralled and to make sure that our mindsets are focused. We come out and knock these games off one by one.
I promised I'd only keep you 5 minutes because we know the city needs to run. I don't know how it's running with him sitting here talking basketball, but we're glad you got a chance to come in. It's good to see you.
I appreciate it, Mike. Thank you for having me.